Welcome back, everyone. Ready to dive into some Excel today?
Always ready for a deep dive.
Okay, good, because today we're going to be looking at Power Query,
Power Query, yeah.
and more specifically, a function called List.Accumulate. Now,
List.Accumulate, all right.
I know. It might not sound like the most exciting topic,
Yeah, not exactly the flashiest name.
but stick with us.
It's deceptively powerful, this one.
Yeah, once you get how it works, it can seriously change how you work with data. So
Absolutely.
to give you an idea, imagine you've got a long list of, let's say, sales figures,
Right.
and you need to do more than just sum them up.
Mhm.
Like, what if you want to calculate a running total or multiply values in a specific sequence,
Okay.
or even like build a string of text based on the list?
Interesting.
That's where this comes
That's
in.
where List.Accumulate comes in, yeah.
List.Accumulate. All right.
Yeah.
So for anyone who might not be super familiar,
Yeah.
Power Query is like this tool in Excel
Mm-hmm.
that lets you manipulate data,
Right.
analyze it, pull it in from different sources, all that good stuff.
It's like a data transformation powerhouse.
Exactly. So how does this List.Accumulate thing
Yeah.
actually work? I got to say, the syntax looks a little
Oh, yeah.
intimidating.
I did see that.
List, accumulate, list is list, seed is any, accumulator's function as any. Woof,
Okay, so let's demystify that a bit.
please.
At the heart of it, you're giving it three main things. First, your list of data.
Okay, the raw ingredients, right?
Exactly, your raw material.
Makes sense.
Then you've got this thing called the seed.
Seed, like planting something.
Kinda, yeah. Think of it as your starting point.
Okay, a starting.
Your initial value.
Gotcha.
And then, this is where the magic really happens, you've got the accumulator.
Accumulator. All right, that sounds important.
No, it's the heart of the operation.
So what exactly is this accumulator?
It's a custom function
A custom function
that you define.
that I define.
Yeah, to tell Power Query how you want to process the list.
Okay, can you give me like a real world analogy here? Because I'm still not picturing it.
Sure. Imagine like a factory assembly line.
Okay, I like that.
Your list is the raw material coming in.
All right, the parts.
The seed is like the first thing on the conveyor belt.
Okay, the starting point.
Right, and the accumulator function, that's the set of actions that happens at each station on the line.
Oh, I see. So it's like step-by-step instructions.
Exactly. You control what happens as you move through the list.
All right. I think I'm starting to get it. So let's say
Yeah.
I'm tracking daily sales for like the entire year.
Okay, good example.
Right. And I want to use list, accumulate. How would that actually play out? Can you walk me through it?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's say you want to keep track of a running total
Oh, okay.
as each day's sales come in.
So like instead of just a grand total at the end.
Right, you want a cumulative total day by day.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
So your accumulator function, it would take the previous day's running total
Okay.
and add the current day's sales to it.
Oh, I see. So it's like it's remembering the previous day's total.
That's it. It's keeping track as it goes.
Wow, that is way more efficient than me sitting there with a calculator adding each day's sales myself.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And way less prone to errors.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, but you mentioned earlier that it's not just for simple calculations like that, right?
Oh, no, it's way more versatile than that.
Like what else could we do?
Let's say you've got a list of customer orders
Okay.
and you want to generate a text string listing all the items ordered by a specific customer.
Hold on, so we're not even talking about numbers anymore.
Nope. List. Accumulate can handle different data types.
Whoa, okay, so how does that even work?
Well, your accumulator function, remember, that's where the custom logic goes.
Oh, right.
You could write it to check if each order belongs to your target customer.
Okay.
If it does, it adds the item name to the string.
So it's like building a custom shopping list.
Exactly. And if the order doesn't belong to that customer, it just skips it.
Okay, that is pretty slick.
It is. It's dynamic and powerful.
So it's not just numbers. We could use it for text, dates, even other lists.
You got it.
And all that control comes from that accumulator function.
The accumulator function is the key.
Okay. So for someone who's never actually written one of these functions, how complicated is it? Where do you even start?
It uses a language called M within Power Query.
All right. Another new thing to learn.
But it's actually quite logical once you get the hang of it.
Okay, good to know.
So let's say you want to multiply each number in a list by its position.
Right.
Your accumulator function could be something like state current bounds state current.
Whoa, okay, hold on. Break that down for me.
Sure, state is your running value.
Okay, so it's like the current total.
Exactly. And current represents the item from the list you're currently looking at.
So it moves through the list, multiplies the current number by its position, and keeps track of the total.
Boom. That's List.Accumulate in action.
That's pretty neat.
It is. And remember, this is a super basic example.
Right.
You can create much more complex logic.
Okay, so I'm starting to see the possibilities here, but let's bring it back down to earth.
Sure.
When would our listener actually use this in their work? Give me some real-world scenarios.
Okay, think about analyzing like a year's worth of sales data.
Right, lots of data there.
Now, if you had to manually calculate running totals for different products, different regions, that would take forever.
Yeah, no thanks.
But with List.Accumulate, you automate the whole process.
Oh, okay, I see.
Or imagine you need to validate data based on a bunch of conditions, and you want to generate a custom error message if something's wrong.
Okay.
List.Accumulate can handle that too.
So it's not just about saving time, it's about like opening up new ways to work with data.
Absolutely. It changes how you think about data manipulation.
That's powerful stuff.
Yeah.
So for our listeners who are now maybe feeling inspired,
Yes.
feeling ready to give this a try, go for it.
Any final words of wisdom?
Don't be afraid to experiment.
Okay.
Start with a simple example, like that running total we talked about.
Good starting point.
Then you can gradually increase the complexity.
All right, baby steps.
You'll be surprised how quickly you master it and how much it can simplify your work.
Simplify your work. That's what we like to hear. So to everyone listening, if you're ready to unlock like a whole new level of Excel mastery and really take control of your data, give List.Accumulate a shot.
It's worth it.
It might just change the way you approach data analysis forever.
Forever.
All right, that's it for our deep dive today. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll catch you next time.